Right. Hello, everybody. My name is Maker Mr. Stormcrow, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening. So, one of the things I want to talk about beforehand is how we kind of had a little bit of a technical difficulty the other day with Steven. I believe Steven was doing his own podcast, but unfortunately, because of equipment failures, we couldn't do that. So, we just want to give an apology for you guys who expected the show and who wanted to really go and drop by there. Now, another thing I do want to say, if you guys haven't to support us, be sure to check out our merchandising. So we have a link tree below that has everything from our website to our merchandising to our YouTube. So if you want to follow our social media alongside that, go for it. But I want to talk about our merchandising. So if you want to grab a Vaporwave shirt or masks, especially in these times, you might as well just grab one up. They're only $8, while our Vaporwave one is at a discount of $19, because considering all of these t-shirts now, they're a little bit more expensive in price here for the Vaporwave sort of techno style. So we just want to give you a little bit of information in terms of that. As for the giveaway, we have a giveaway that was it's going to be ending on November 15th, I believe. I'll have to double check. It's either November the 15th or the 20th, but check our Twitter. If you are following us, you will automatically be included in it. So I'd highly recommend to do so because it's a free Steam gift card. And as you know as well with the trivia, you get a free gift card at the end of it as well. So it's free money if you want to. And we'd really appreciate it because, again, we want to talk with you guys and have a great time. If you're coming in from DLive or any Periscope or any other social media besides Twitch, be sure to join the Twitch because that is the only way to actually get the fastest reaction speed when it comes to the show itself. All right, so let's begin, shall we, with sort of the news for today. There has been quite a lot of drama. Not drama, but information, I guess you could say. And we have a new Demon's Souls. So if you don't know, Demon's Souls was a game back in the day where we had some cool stuff going on. So yes, so Demon's Souls was kind of like Dark Souls. It was like the first before Demon's Souls, if that makes sense. The Who Cares podcast, information, true. But yeah, let's just sort of go over this if we can. I'm gonna play some music if that's all right with you guys. But yeah, one of the things is this game oh, I think there's some audio coming from there. Actually, let's not play some music today. This will be a special little podcast. But one of the cool things about Demon's Souls was that it was sort of the predecessor to Dark Souls. So it had much of the foundation in Dark Souls was because of Demon's Souls. And now there's a remaster on the PS5. It's one of the exclusives. So instead of being on Xbox, it's been now it's a kind of an exclusive now for the PS5. So that's really cool, and I'll kind of go over that. So one of the cool things is it's essentially using the same engine from Dark Souls, if I remember correctly, and that's really awesome. So there's going to be some great 4K graphics, as they always have advertised with the PS5. You're essentially getting the good stuff, and I think as well there is a multiplayer within Demon's Souls itself. And it's actually an improvement overall from Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 was it was a little tacky. The audio was a little but Demon's Souls, if you see the trailer, which I have behind me, you can see there's some vast improvements. And honestly, I would play it. Only problem is the PS5 has been catching on fire, so I don't think we're gonna get one. We're probably gonna have to wait post-launch about that. But that's really cool. It's sort of a skill-based game. We don't have a lot of those. Typically, games these days are very easy, so I'm glad that Demon's Souls is going to be really tricky, and, well, it's going to be a hard one to beat. So as for that, it seems like that's most of the information for Demon's Souls. We're just going to have to wait for the reviews to come out, because I think people right now are actually playing the game as we speak. So let's move on to our second segment, which is the PS5 and the Xbox. Okay, we have some information on this one. So I have in the back of me instances of the PS5 and the Xbox exploding or just being on fire. Some weird stuff. And there was actually a case of a content creator by the name of Jeremy Penter, ACG on his Twitter handle. He says, and I quote, "At this time, my PS5 is 100% dead. I was having the storage rebuild issues other reported, but mine escalated to full errors and network issues / boot. Sony and I are working through troubleshooting when it died completely, so at this time I'll be moving content around." So it seems that there are instances where the PS5 and the Xbox as well, which we will get into, there actually are some problems going on. This is worse than before, because I believe the PS3 and the Xbox One, there were issues, but it wasn't extensively insane to the point of it, like, venting out or blowing up, right, with some of the instances. And while this is a minuscule amount, it still isn't fair to the ones who bought it for $500. We still don't know if they're going to be getting an actual like a refund or anything. There hasn't been information on that, so we'll have to see what's going on with this. I'm assuming the content creators are getting probably a replacement, but for the common people like us, I don't know if we'll be getting a refund. It seems like this will become well, dramatic, and I hope that there's going to be a fix with this because again, we don't want people just having exploded PS4s or PS5s or Xbox X's, right? And they're not getting any troubleshooting responses, right? Customer support, right? So hopefully that's a thing that'll be fixed. Let's sort of go on with the Xbox. There has been a lot of videos where you see the what was it called? The Xbox where it is venting out. And I think there were some instances where you see in this video where it's venting out as well. So that was interesting where people had essentially broken Xbox Ones as well. I think there were some fake ones. Apparently, some users have been doing some funny memes where they put like a vape pen inside it to make it look like that, where it's kind of exploding or a little bit of overheating. But yeah, that was really cool. You know, some people who did that for fun. But on a general note, please don't overheat your Xbox One. Make sure you have room. It's kind of like a PC, right? With computers, you got to make sure that there's enough venting. So be careful on that, and make sure you get an actual good, well, copy of the Xbox One or the PS5. Don't get a broken one. You want to make sure through those 30 days of warranty, I'm assuming that they still have, that you get the right one, because then you actually have a chance at a refund and all that sort of good replacement stuff. So that was something, and of course they called it the Tinder box, right? So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, apparently yeah, they're posting new videos of the $500 plus up, because again, probably some of them bought them off eBay for $1,000. But yeah, there is a lot of jokes and videos about this. So yeah, it's not a great time to buy these consoles. I would have recommended for you guys to buy it well after launch, because if you buy it after launch, there's less likely of a chance of problems, right? Because they improved their consoles and models. So other than that, I think we're gonna move on to another issue that a lot of people are well looking into. So let's go into our new one, which is about the microtransactions. So I believe a week ago, just a week ago, we talked about the loot crates. This is a GIF. It's not going to be exciting as the other videos here. But as a reporter from apparently GameIndustry.biz, EA is kind of in trouble. It turns out they're in court case with, I believe, it is, apparently the plaintiffs are dynamic difficulty adjustment, or wait, let me see here. I just know that a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the microtransaction issues with the loot boxes, and I think it was in Finland, but I know there was two countries that we talked about that were in a lawsuit against them. I know one of the plaintiffs were from California, of how these loot boxes are essentially being predatory. So if you want to get a certain item, well, you can't do that. There is no marketplace. What you have to do is just buy as many loot boxes as you can that are like $5 probably around, and just hope you get the item that you want. It's kind of predatory behavior, to be honest, and it's pretty much gambling. The fact that we have gambling in video games is pretty stupid. Right? You should be able to buy a game for $60 and expect that everything will be in it for the content, but it's not. So it's really lazy, I think. In fact, it would have been a lot better if they had a marketplace, because if they have a marketplace, then people can buy the items that they want, like in Counter-Strike or CSGO, right? So I think that's something that they really need to do, and I think probably that could be the loophole they'll probably do for the courts, for EA or these game studios, is they will make a marketplace so you can buy these weapons or these skins, hopefully. But time will only tell, because again, this is the court, and it takes a lot of time for these, let's just say, these battles to really be at an end. So that's pretty much it for the countersuit that's going on with the, what is a countersuit? Well, you know what I'm trying to say. The whole legality issue with the microtransactions and the skins and the loot boxes. So that's pretty much it for the news that I had. I think we're going to go down to our trivia. If you don't know, our trivia is essentially game, sort of little game Easter eggs or little game questions, and some will have some choice stuff. So if you're interested in that, we'll be going into that, and you can win a gift card, a Steam gift card. So again, it's really awesome. And let's just sort of get into it right now.
Real quick.
Yes.
Restream, give them a big fuck you.
Why?
Because they're not restreaming any of our stuff.
Oh, really? Shit. Well, Restream, you gotta fix your shit. unless we maybe I need the fuck you, because it turns out I didn't. Okay, so here's the thing with Restream is you have to put a link. You have to put a link within. This is the thing I hate about
No, we
Streamlabs.
don't have to tell. We don't
I
have to
know.
give away, we don't have to give away.
You know what?
The secret.
I'll tell you guys something. One of the things I hate about Streamlabs is that you can't file a custom destination anymore. It's always the like a default login to Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. Like before with Streamlabs and OBS, you could just put a URL link that is instructed by either Twitch or Restream, and it's very easy. It's not complicated. It's not like you have to change things up anymore. Now with Restream, it's like, okay, now I have to put the stream destination somewhere else or
That's real
default to Twitch. Like, let me, I don't know if you can see it here, but like right there, you see how the custom or the default is that you have Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. You don't have the URL. The URL was what people had to do back in the day. And I even had to do this on my own Twitch channel, Mr. Stormcrow. So
Mr.
Restream,
You're teaching us a lot of stuff.
Restream, we love you. Just Streamlabs, fix your shit, because it'd be a lot easier if we just had the stream URL and we did it old school. So, anyways, other than that,
You know
let's
what, Nick?
yeah.
It's not calling them out. It's not being mean to them. It's just telling them how the user experience is.
Yeah, it's just that's one thing I will say about Streamlabs. The user experience seems a little wary, a little let's just say a little difficult at sometimes. I really do wish they went back to the typical old school, because old school, at least it was a little simpler. It was very simplistic. You had a link URL or you had the quality of the stream, and it wasn't that hard or difficult to manage. It was pretty easy, and now it's like anything weird can happen, which we've even encountered in our own end. So hopefully they can fix that
Now,
stuff.
if you own Streamlabs, Nick, wouldn't you want this kind of feedback?
You would hope so, but there's so many people, right, that they have to listen to those people instead of us, right?
How many people-
Unfortunately.
I mean, true. Well, I mean, but we are their customer. Right?
Well, do we pay for
we
it? Yeah, that's true. We do pay for it. Yeah, because we pay for the transition. So if you don't know,
pay for everything.
one of the things is like, you'll see like a transition. Let me give you an example. All right, so here's a transition. That's something we had to actually buy through the membership for Streamlabs. So not only they're trying to do open source, now they're trying to,
Right, so we have
yeah.
And we have. Oh man.
Yes, it's I forgot the broadcasting. It's not OBS, but there's another company that made slobs. So they turned the open source into their own thing, which a lot of people now use. It's so complicated, the amount of the amount of technicalities, if that makes sense. But anyways, let's get into our trivia here. And yes, voila. If you want to win a Steam gift card, you can. And I hope you guys love the background with the leaves, because that's what you're getting tonight. So
Real quick.
Yeah.
Can you bring show everybody the Shopify?
oh yeah, let me show you guys the Shopify. In fact, I think I do have a display capture here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let me actually show you guys our Shopify here real quick. So if you go to our link tree, so let me try to show an example here. Whoops, that's my channel, not What's the Play. Oh no. But if you go to, let's say, twitch.tv/What's the Play Games, and hey, look, it's me. If you go below, there is a link tree. That link tree, once you click the image, it will allow you to go to different other content. So we have our Twitter. Our Shopify is one of them. So if I click on the Shopify, which is the second link off the top, you can see our masks, our t-shirts, and I'm a model t-shirt as well. But most importantly, if you want to get like a Vaporwave t-shirt, you click on it, and there you go, $19.99. It's a pretty good deal. It's 1 cent off from all the other typical manufacturers. So hey, it's a pretty good deal. And honestly, I have the t-shirt, I wear it. It's really great. It's not bad at all. Yeah, the quality is pretty dank, honestly. I like when you actually have the t-shirt, it's kind of like when we have the Vaporwave t-shirt, it's like the same quality as like any other t-shirt.
Like this Calvin Klein.
Yeah, it's not that.
Same material.
Yeah, it's the same material pretty much. It's just we have our artwork on it.
We definitely ordered it first to make sure.
Yeah, we tested it out ourselves and we wore it. Well, I wore it, and it's pretty good. It's not horrible. I love it.
Horrible. It's like the thin stuff.
Yeah. So I would recommend getting it if you can, and I believe right now you can see through Streamlabs for it, right? Do we have a video? Oh yeah, we do. Let me actually show you guys real quick. Yeah, we do have a video. Actually, I have a commercial right on Streamlabs itself, I believe.
Real quick, Nick, I'm sorry. I keep butting in here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can we ask the community, I think you did a fantastic job on this.
Mm-hmm.
Can we ask the community?
Oh, my bad. Wait.
They might like or change.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. We didn't show it to you here, but because apparently you have to do transitions with studio mode. But anyways, real quick here, if you go to our Shopify, the link is on our twitch.tv. Twitch.tv will apparently have the link tree thing, and then yeah, you should have it to work. Sorry about that, guys. It turns out studio mode is a lot more difficult than I thought, but we have the display capture there. Again, just go to Linktree. You'll have some links.
There you go.
Twitter, Shopify, podcast. That, go to Shopify. You'll find our t-shirts. And again, these are great. They're not bad for a deal. They're really great.
And the mask.
And the mask too. So if you guys want to get the mask, go for them as well. You're gonna need them. We're gonna be in this shit for one more year probably. So yeah, I'm gonna play the videos just to how to show them the whole link and how to get there. So, anyways, let's actually show you the whole commercial here real quick. All right, here we go. All right, so that is our clip there. Let's go back to our actual trivia slide here. And yeah, that is our commercial. Hopefully you guys liked it. Tell us what you guys think. If you guys want, be sure to join our Twitter and, let us know about the commercial. I think it's pretty cool. Huh?
Maybe they can help us and add their own take on it.
Yeah, and we can maybe even make a t-shirt design off of you guys if you want. So again, that's sort of what we got. That's going to be it. We're going to actually continue on to our trivia. Let's see if I can get this working. It's been a while since we've done a trivia show. Oh, man. The last show was, I think, about 2 weeks ago. So let me just... Yeah, we missed you guys. All right. So, all right. The hot TSP. All right. So, there we go. I got it going. Nice. Okay, cool. So, this is the trivia show. You'll be able to win a $20 gift card for Steam, the Steam platform for gaming. And yeah, just make sure to get the right answers. And if you're on the top leaderboards, you will win the very best Steam gift card in the world by What's the Play Games. So we have our question here, which is COVID is an enemy boss. What do you do to defeat it? Do you perhaps A, burn it with fire or kill it with fire? Or do you, what's the other options we have? Use magic, or 3, you just cry and just complain about it. All right, so hopefully you guys have put in the right answer. Let's see what it is. And time is up. All right, here we go. And I believe this one I put multiple answers. I think I put 2, if I remember correctly. It was 2. But anyways, let's see what you guys put. But I believe, yes, it is B and A. All right, nice. So this is what I put. It's A and B. It's kill it with fire and use magic to summon a beast to defeat it. It's pretty pog. All right, let's get to the next one here real quick. And we're on our second one. We have about 21, but don't worry, we'll be only going to 15. So this one is, what handheld device is known to be hacked to play games from other systems? Is it A, PSP? Is it B, Game Boy? Or is it C, the PC? Or sorry, the DS, not the PC. It's just, it looks a little, because the paper's there. So yeah, I think the cool thing about this answer, we'll go into it a little bit, is it's one of my favorite systems. I actually love it. It's arguably, in my opinion, one of the best handhelds in a while, and I really wish they would bring it back, but unfortunately, because it didn't do well in the last sale revenue for this certain company, I don't think it's going to be that well received. But again, time is up. If you're coming in from Instagram or Facebook or whatever platform that we multi into or whatever, right, through Restream, be sure to just, well, check us out on twitch.tv/what's-to-play-games. We're always live every Thursdays, and honestly, we want to be with you guys, and it's been a really great time being here. So this one is the PSP, and the PSP was so underrated. You could play movies, you can play the internet, actually, if you wanted to, and you had access to the store. It was like the first handheld where you can actually go in the shop. You could play music as well if you had the SD card into it. It was pretty revolutionary, and you can even put custom games. My PSP at home, I actually have Pokemon, I think Emerald, Pokemon, was it Ruby and Sapphire on there. So that's the cool thing, is you can actually homebrew it and custom design it, which I didn't think would be a thing on the PSP, but as I learned more and more about it, it was a thing you could do, which I was very surprised. I'm still surprised to this day, to be honest. But anyways, let's get on to our next question. If this trivia would allow me. Okay, cool. We're on a third one. Just takes a couple space bars. And this one is, who voices Newton in Little Big Planet 3? So if you don't know, the PS3, I think it was around this game came out, which was Little Big Planet 3. It was known to be pretty good, actually, at the time. Now it's a little, series went a little off the edge, but for the most part, it was pretty great. So is it A, Hugh Grant, B, Hugh Laurie, or C, George Lopez?
Hugh Grant looks like shit.
Hugh Grant?
I just saw him. He was in Yahoo. He was like the #1 story.
Who? Hugh Grant?
It was Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, really?
He looked like Ellen DeGeneres.
Let me check. I honestly just said Hugh Grant because it rhymed with another answer.
Hugh Grant.
Oh, yeah, this guy?
Like what he looks like.
Yeah, he looks okay. He doesn't look horrible.
He was all gray though in that thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It kind of looked like Ellen.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so wait, did we go into our next answer already?
Sorry.
What happened? Okay, anyways. A bird steals your food and you paid $5. I don't know if we
He didn't
skipped
say
it.
anything about Hugh Grant. Or
Anyways, so a bird steals your food that you paid $5 for. What do? Do you A, bird up, or do you B, be calm and realize stuff happens, or C, re? So I would say, in my personal opinion, I would choose B. You got to be calm about it because, again, stuff happens. It's just how the world works, right? Some things can go weird, some things can go good. It depends on what happens at the time, right? So, anyways, this one is, well, this one I actually put as B because, again, you have to be calm. That's just how life works in your best interest if you're calm about everything. Don't go insane or don't go mad because something doesn't go your way. I mean, it's just how life works, right? If you be calm and you realize stuff happens, honestly, you're going to be in a greater life. So I've recently learned that it's a lot better to do that. And yeah, just be sure to be thankful for what you got because a lot of other people are going through shit right now. So. Anyways, how many average hours does it take to complete Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate? Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate was on the PlayStation 2, from what I remember. It's been a while since I've checked how many Monster Hunter games there are. I know one was off the Nintendo 3DS, and now apparently there's one on the Switch, but this one is A or B or C. So we have 693 hours, which is A. We have B, which is 500 hours, and we have C, which is 325 hours. So let's see what the answer is. We got a couple seconds here. Again, type your answer as quickly as possible because, again, the delay is there for a little bit. Because, again, nothing is ever live technically because there's a little bit of a delay. It's like maybe 1 second or even like a millisecond, but there is a little bit of a delay. It's just how information works when it's transferred through signals. So, again, make sure to put your answer as quick as possible. But this one is A, 693 hours. Yeah, it takes that long for an average of that game of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. 693 hours. It takes that long. I think that's about like a whole like year. Yeah, you have to be insane to play that game. Anyways, what is the best-selling game of all times? Is it A, Pokemon, B, Grand Theft Auto, or C, Minecraft? Yeah, you got your couple choices here. Be sure to put it in your answer because, again, once the timer runs out, your answers, they're not, even if you try to put it in, it will not be accepted. So is it A, B, or C? Minecraft, Pokemon, or Grand Theft Auto? All which are fantastic games, by the way. As much as people say Minecraft is childlike, I honestly play that game. It is very fun. Sometimes you'll have those, I don't know, maybe it's midnight, right, or 1 in the morning, and sometimes you just want to play Minecraft, and it's really refreshing. So, in fact, we have a video on our YouTube where I play Minecraft because of the whole Steven debacle with the podcast. So, again, check that out on our YouTube. It's a great video. It'll be coming up on 5:30 tomorrow on AM Pacific Standard Time. So, if you want to check that, go for it. All right, and this is C. It is Minecraft. All right, I'm gonna go into leaderboards. Let's see who else has. I don't know who's on top of the leaderboards right now. Let me check here. All right, I believe the hotkey for this should be L. Okay, so our top players. I don't think anybody's going to show up because I don't think enough people have answered for this answer, have they? Yeah. Well, anyways, that is our leaderboards right now. No one's on top. But you can if you try your hardest with the answers and you get to number 1. All right, so let's get on to our question here if I can. All right, we're on our 7th one. We got 8 more questions left. And this one is where was the first ever esports tournament done? So this was back in the 80s, actually, where most of these esports games happened. We have A, Stanford University, we have B, Cal Poly Pomona, or we have C, Harvard University. So be sure to answer it as quickly as possible. And I actually need to charge my laptop. It turns out this thing's gonna die. Oh, yeah, Steven? All right, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to, like, have this show die on me really quick. All right, here we go. Whoop, there we go. Awesome. So this one, let's see, is it Stanford? Is it Cal Poly Pomona, which is actually a great college? My sister actually went there. Or is it C, Harvard University? Harvard, the most expensive college in the world, I think. I don't know. Anyways, we have Stanford. That is the answer. That was the first ever esports. They were doing Space Invader at the time. Games weren't, well, as advanced as now, but it was Space Invaders, I think it was, for that esports game, so that tournament. So anyways, that is that question, and let's get on to our next one. We got a couple of them. We're pretty close, though. I believe we're on our 8th one, right? If this will reload, because apparently, even if I click spacebar like multiple times, it does not want to work, which I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. Okay. So 8 out of 21, we're on our 8th one, and this one is, you accidentally go back in time to the 1940s. What is the first ever thing you do? Do you A, chill and relax with the great old air? Or B, do you make inventions? Or do you C, buy stocks? Honestly, if I had the opportunity to go back in time, I would buy so much Amazon stock. Oh my God, I would be making a killing right now. That thing is like up $3,000 right now. Oh my God, just for one, it's $3,000. Can you believe it, Steven?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's see what you guys pick. Either A, B, or C. Honestly, I wouldn't have a problem making inventions as well. Maybe I could be Jeff Bezos at that time. I don't know. But
It's also crazy. I'm
what?
finding out that $15,000 is supposedly already paid to me to my EDD.
Really?
I haven't seen it yet.
Jesus Christ. You got to contact them, Steven, on that. All right, but this is C, buy stocks. Stocks it is. All right. So again, I probably should have made this a multiple question, but I was a little biased, so yeah, I like money. Can you blame me? All right, let's see here. Let's get on to our next question. This is the 9th one, and with the 9th one, what year did the first ever StarCraft come out? StarCraft is an RTS game that was made by Blizzard at the time, and honestly, it's very fun. Because if you were at this time, no other game was like StarCraft. There wasn't a lot of them out there, and StarCraft, even though it's not visually appealing, it was very fun for people, and that was the most important thing. So, all right, so we got A, 2001, we got B, 1998, or we have C, 1997. Jesus Christ, that's a long time ago. Like, I'm feeling old. I'm so glad I've done so much shit, honestly. Like, Steven, you have a website of your own. Like, by the way, if you want to check it out, what'stheplay.net. But,
Wait,
like,
I have a
Jesus.
website, man?
Yeah, you have a website, what'stheplay.net, right?
I have one?
Yeah, you have a site, a website, don't you? It's what'stheplay.net.
Are you part of that?
What do you mean?
Are you? Do you?
No, I'm just saying that we've done so much shit, right? It's like we're kind of glad that we're at this age, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Like, you made a website, I made a website, so that's pretty awesome. A lot of people don't even do that, you know what I mean? Like,
Make a website, people.
yeah, like, or just do something that you just make something, right? Because again, like, you don't really realize this in your teenage years, but like, if you make something, it's gonna pay off in the end.
You know what they could make?
What?
Is they could game for.
You mean like an app or something like that?
No, they could take their video game skills
Yeah.
and they could possibly come to What's the Play.
Oh, that's true. Hey, if you're a game designer, come to What's the Play
designer?
Studios, and we'll
No.
what?
Game player.
Game player. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you guys are playing games, we actually are trying to do something where you'll have the availability to stream to our platform. And again, if you haven't had a Twitch account and you're just loving games, try to email us and we'll try to get in contact with you guys.
Whisper us?
You'll or whisper us on Twitch, and we'll love to have you on. And again, you could just stream to our channel. And again, because we need some content on here, so it'd be great for you guys to come in and just help us out and stuff like that. Anyways, all right, it is A, PlayStation 2. I believe the question was, what was the best-selling console of all times, if I remember? And the answer is PlayStation 2, which the PlayStation 2 was fantastic. The great thing about it is they marketed it as it was like a family console, which honestly, that's your only way to make as much money as you can. So this one is, you want to ask a girl out. What is the proper way of doing it? Do you become a girl? A. Do you scream in her face? B. Or do you C, be confident, approach her and ask her out? Which I think it's going to be the last one. Don't you think, Steven? So anyways, we got a couple seconds here. We got 12 seconds about. Yeah, 12 seconds about. And let's see what this answer is going to be. Let's see what's going to be. I would say it's probably going to be C. I mean, being confident always helps with anything in general. I suggest probably it wouldn't hurt to do that when you're talking to a girl. So, yeah, or she could ask you out. That's the 2021. Maybe a girl asks you out when you're confident, maybe. So, again, let's see what it is. I think it is C, from what I remember.
What about me this weekend?
Oh, what happened this weekend? Do you want to talk about, Steven?
I had a girl that was transitioning.
Oh, you had a girl that was transitioning, Steven? Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't want to say anything rude or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but she just took like testosterone.
Oh, interesting. Well, hey, I mean, hopefully that doesn't affect their relationship. All right, well, let's get on to our next one. Yeah, it wasn't really. Oh, that's TMI, too much information. All right, so let's get into our next question here. If my spacebar will work, because I hate my life. And let's see. Please work. There we go. All right, so we're on our 12th question out of 21 or out of 15. And this one is, what is the first ever 3D game that used vector graphics? So back in the day, a lot of games were 2D. There wasn't really a 3D style. The only things that I can think of in the 90s were Wolfenstein and Doom. That was the closest in terms of actual 3D graphics. But there is a way of an illusion to a certain extent. So this one is, well, let's see what the answer is going to be. But your choices are Warzone, which is A, B, Battle Zone, or C, Zone Wars. So let's see what it's going to be. The answer should be coming in couple of seconds, and hopefully you guys can answer them, because again, if you want to win a Steam gift card, we are here. We want to give it to you, but you gotta actually be a part of the show in order for that to happen. So let's see what it is. This one, from what I remember, is Battlezone. So this was a tank game back around in the 90s that used vector graphics and to order incorporate 3D functionality in the game, if that makes sense. So that was something I didn't know. And yeah, it's really interesting. If you guys want to check it out, it's called Battlezone. It's a tank game. It looks 3D-ish. So yeah, that's it. All right, so let's get on to our second question if I can. Will it work? Please, please, Jesus. Okay. So we're on our 13th one. We are approaching the 15th question and the 14th. We're very close to the quiz. And you have $500 and you haven't decided on what console yet between the Xbox and the PS5. What do you do? Do you A, buy both and waste money and don't actually budget, which is a major problem in America right now? You need to budget the shit out of your money. Don't waste it on fucking, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, dildos or something. Just, like, use your money appropriately. Don't screw it up. Or B, check the specs and decide what console is the best, which would be the smart one, in my opinion, because, again, if you want to know what you want to do on this certain console, check the specs out. Because, again, it's kind of like Windows and, what's another? AMD, right? The type of CPU will dictate what you're going to do sometimes, right? If I want to get a gaming computer, most likely you want to get AMD, right? But anyways, this is B, which is where I was hinting, which is check the specs and decide what console is the best, which would be the smart way of living. Also, you could be a loser. I wouldn't do that. You're a winner, okay? Look, your dad may have told you you're a loser, but I think you're a winner. Just do B. All right, so we're on our 14th question at 21. We are very close. This one is, what system was Halo originally supposed to be on? Was it A, the Windows computer, B, the Macintosh, which is not a bad system actually, or Linux, which is also a great system too? These are all great systems, by the way. They don't usually do development anymore on these though, which kind of sucks, but anyways, this question will expire in 10 seconds, so be sure to answer as quickly as you can, or it will detonate in your face. All right, so yeah, let's get this going. Yeah, be sure to pick as quickly as you can, because again, the timer runs out, you can't get in. And this should be, from what I recall, it should be the Macintosh 0.0. So let's see. And yeah, it should be the Macintosh. This was originally a Halo exclusive for Apple at the time. But then I think things changed. And then Bill Gates was like, yo, guys, you want more money? And then, like, Halo was like, yeah, sure, what do we got to do? And Windows and Bill Gates was like, yo, you got to be on our platforms. And they were like, okay, sure. And that all worked out. And that's how you get Halo on Xbox now. So anyways, this is the last question. We were on 15 out of 21. This is, what year did Fallout 3 start developing? I didn't know this, actually. I think the game originally came out around 2008 to 2009, and then Fallout 4 was also in development at that time as well, if you could believe it or not. They just had to change the system up, or the engine, right, while they were working on it from time to time. So you have A, which is 2004, you have B, which is 2002, or C, 2000. Whew, one more year, and you had a, well, that was when the world changed. So anyways, you got a couple seconds. You got 2, 1, and 0. That is the last question of the show. And this, from what I remember, was 2004, I believe, right? I would hope so. But no, this, I think it is 2004. And again, that's really surprising, because again, that would indicate that they did a pretty dang up job on it. And honestly, compared to Fallout 4 now, Fallout 3 was quite magnificent, honestly. And I would say it's still a game that's great to this day. So anyways, that is it for the game show. That is the trivia. I am your host, Mr. Stormcrow Mick, and that is the show for tonight. We will be back probably tomorrow. Do you think we'll have a show by tomorrow, Steven?
No.
No, okay. So we're not going to have a show, but we will be back next Thursday at a good time in the afternoon that you'll get a notification for. So be sure to follow us if you can, and you will get a notification, or join the Discord and you'll get a @everyone notification as well. So that's going to be it, guys. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we will see you guys later. Peace out.